Welcome back here to New Day Cleveland. He is making people laugh on late night talk shows. He's selling out rooms across the country. He has an amazing podcast. Welcome, comedian Dan Cummins, back to the studio. Good to have you back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
We are testing his ability to stay away from delicious pasta, any carbs related. You're on this keto diet.
I'm trying.
How do you do that?
You just basically
He wants
meat
Chef
and
Demetrios'
eggs.
food.
I do.
Meat and eggs?
Meat, eggs, weird breads that aren't bread, like you order off websites. Yeah, a lot of almonds.
How long have you been doing it?
I haven't doing it totally strict, but like 2 months. But without working out, I wasn't really hitting the gym much. I lost like 20 pounds, just not.
That's impressive, though.
Yeah.
I give you credit because I couldn't say no to that.
I know it looks amazing. Every once in a while, you'll have a piece of bread, and you're like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yes,
bread
you
is
forget.
fantastic. Yeah.
So how's everything been since we've seen you last?
It's been good.
Podcast on fire.
Podcast, just kind of focusing on that and growing it every week and hiring more people to help, and it's been fun. We're doing a live one here in Cleveland on Saturday afternoon. The Anthill kids talking about this crazy French-Canadian doomsday cult.
So if you've not heard of his podcast, it's called Time Suck. So you really get into some, I mean, you're a comedian, but you talk about some, dark things.
Yeah, it's deep, heavily researched. Sometimes it's history, something like the Napoleons is next week. Sometimes it's true crime. Cults are fascinating to me. I'm just amazed, like the sales pitch, I guess they can make to people and how they can keep people. Like this guy we're talking about Saturday, he predicted the end of the world, like specific day. Had people sell all their stuff, go out in the woods and in Quebec, and this day it's supposed to end, doesn't end. And how do you keep people in your cult after that?
And he still has people in his cult.
He said he had the time zone messed up. He said he said it was God's time. It was the correct date.
Okay.
Not Eastern Standard Time. So he had to go back and redo some math.
Interesting.
Yeah, he lost one person. Everybody else was like, no, okay.
We'll stick with you.
Okay, we'll stay out in the woods. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like these people, like just
This is in
salesmen.
Quebec, you said.
Yeah, this was in Quebec. Yeah, Rock Thériault is this guy's name, a madman.
So you have to tune into his podcast and listen to the whole.
Yeah.
No, he's not from Quebec. You're from Idaho.
I'm from Idaho.
And when you need to explain to people where you're from, what do you do?
Very easy. I just
No,
wait,
not
wrong
that
arm. It's just right here. Grew up here, live here.
I said, okay, so I said, oh, no, you're from Idaho.
Yeah.
So you pointed it out, and I said, but are you in LA now? And then your response was?
Now I'm here. Here's Canada, Coeur d'Alene, Riggins.
So you never if people can't figure out where it is, you just pull out your arm.
And Idaho is one of those states, when you go east to the Mississippi, like I'm amazed how many people literally have no idea where it is. The first thing is Iowa. And then when they realize it's not in the Midwest, they lose interest. and they have no idea. They know potatoes. They're like, potatoes, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, those happen there.
That's probably what everybody says, right? They're like, oh yeah, Idaho potatoes.
And I always want to shoot it down because where I grew up was not a big agricultural, but at the same time, I did literally dig potatoes for dinner many times during my childhood. So I'm like, it's not just potatoes. Well, actually, okay, we did grow a lot of potatoes. You probably did in your childhood go to the garden to get a potato for dinner.
Oh, but how amazing would that be? But you didn't have that in your backyard because you didn't grow up really in an agricultural area, you said?
But we did. I did. We didn't grow up, but still, even in my town, still grew potatoes.
Still grew potatoes.
That I don't eat because I'm on.
No, you can't eat them.
Yeah, because I'm on a weird diet that my wife wants to kill me with. Yeah.
She's not. Well, maybe she is trying to kill you. I don't know.
I'll have a thin corpse. I'll have a heart attack. And they're like, he looks great. He looks great.
He looks fabulous.
He got down to 150 pounds. He lived on fish and nuts for 2 years. Yeah.
So he's going to be at Hilarities this weekend. And you're talking about your podcast. What can people expect from your comedy when they see you on stage?
Stand up, I talk about my kids, my wife a little bit, and then just kind of it's called the Happy Murder Tour. It's not as crazy as it sounds. That's the name of the tour.
Why there's a picture of you with blood? It
That's
doesn't
the weird
even look
picture.
like the most wholesome looking guy. And then you all of a sudden, if you Google him, this picture pops up of him like
crazy.
in a horror movie.
Right, horror movie. It's my inner thought. I have a lot of anger towards, this is random, but people who aren't polite. So, because I am I feel like a pretty nice guy.
You are.
But I feel like society has become more and more narcissistic. People talk on the speakerphones in public. People just casually ruin movies for other people because they never learned to whisper as a child. Like all this stuff, and it just makes me enraged. So that's where the anger is always coming from a place of, why can't you be nice? Why do you have to be such a terrible person out in public?
It's a good.
That's where the thoughts come from.
It's great in theory, and I'm sure that it comes out really well.
People like it. The crowd. That's what I like. I like seeing like nice, wholesome-looking people being like, ha ha, yeah, get him, letting the rage out. It's healthy. It's healthy.
I love it. So he's going to be there all weekend long. Go check him out. We love having you here. It's always a pleasure.
I love being here. Thank you.
Really is one of the nicest guys. When he found out that my mom had passed away, sent me a message, and that really meant the world to me.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry to hear that.
We see each other once a year.
Once a year.
Good guy. Go check him out and see him at Hilarities.
And she's great. She's great. Bright, shining light.
I try to be polite.
In Cleveland.
I'm going to always be polite around you now.